Hello world, SIrLaurenceNZ here, and today I'm going to be introducing you to the basics of fast castles. The aim of a fast castle, also known as an FC, is to reach the castle age as soon as reasonably possible to execute a strategy requiring castle age technologies. Fast castles are an extremely important build order that, for the correct map, or simply team positioning, can provide you a huge leg up on the majority of other strategies. The build I'll be showing you today is a 27 population FC with a stable. This is a flexible strategy for the pocket player, allowing them to assist their flank with early knights while keeping the option open to build their economy. But for now, let's get into the build from where we left off in my Basics to the Dark Age video, with the only alteration being 4 villagers on wood instead of 3. Once you've lured the second boar, send the next villagers from the town centre to berries, for a total of 4 villagers gathering from berries. Following the berries, send the next 4 villagers created to a suitable secondary woodline. If there are no other good woodlines available, you may need to reuse your existing woodline. Just be cautious if any pressure does come your way. When sending your first villager to the second lumber camp, use any villager in your economy to make a house as a part of a makeshift wall-off. You can also do your house for 30 population at this point to save villager time walking back out there to build this additional house. Following your 4 villagers to wood, for a total of 8 villagers on wood, ensure you have a total of 8 villagers gathering from the boar under the town centre. Once the boar is about to expire, make a farm with one of the weak villagers and task the 7 remaining villagers after the boar has finished to gather from a sheep. When your second lumber camp has 4 villagers on it, send the next 2 villagers onto the closest and most inconvenient straggler trees for placing farms. Once the boar has expired, queue villagers onto the current sheep and remove 1 weak villager at a time to make a farm just before the next villager is made, until you hit 25 population. When your population, including your scout, is 25, set the gather point of your town centre onto your main gold pile, and then build a mining camp 1 tile away with the first villager to gold for maximum saturation later on. Once you have 27 population including your scout, if you haven't already gotten loom, research it now and then click up to the Feudal age. You should attempt to queue a villager simultaneously when clicking up to queue a villager after the advancement to the Feudal age to minimise idle time on your town centre. When you've clicked up, take 1 villager off sheep and send it to gold. When you're on your last sheep under the town centre, create farms with villagers until you have a total of 8 farms. Once your last sheep has expired, you should have 3 villagers under the town centre, of which you should send 1 villager to berries and the other 2 to straggler trees. At 25% of your way to Feudal, if you have less than 200 wood, consider moving a farmer to stragglers. If you have over 240 wood, move a villager from stragglers to berries. Anything in between, no adjustments need to be made. Before 60% of the way to the Feudal age, make a villager construct a barracks as a part of a makeshift wall-off with a woodcutter so that it completes before the Feudal age. Upon advancing, if you didn't manage to queue a villager after clicking up, immediately queue 2 villagers at the town centre, then place down your stable first with 2 villagers and your blacksmith second with 1 villager. If you're slightly short on wood, you may need to force drop off your woodcutters in order to obtain the 150 wood required to make a blacksmith. Once your buildings and 2 villagers are created, if you're still slightly short on resources, you can select all your farmers and garrison them in the town centre, as well as drop off your berries at the mill or gold at the mining camp. If you're substantially low on resources, you may need to create a third villager before advancing. Once advancing, you want to get double barracks and horse collar as soon as possible, and then move 2 to 3 villagers from berries to gold, and either move your builders to wood or gold depending on whether you choose to make extra town centres or an additional stable. However, that does it for the fast castle build order itself. Just one quick thing to note is I do recommend practicing this in single player before you take it online. Keep in mind, while practicing, a perfect time is 15 minutes and 40 seconds, and this build has been designed so that this is possible, but don't obsess over attaining that time. A realistic time to aim for is anything under 16 minutes, but anything under 16 minutes and 30 seconds is acceptable. But for now, you can expect to see what extensions I recommend for this build in upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching. A like and comment will be much appreciated, and please do share this with your friends that might be getting into Age of Empires. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.